Howdy folks, we are here at our next spot. We have headed back down south kind of towards the way home, and we're still at the White River, piggybacking off that last video I was taking. But it's just this little boat launch here. It's got the river running by it, and then it curves over into this little mini river. So, because it's just a big open river here, I'm going to go back to just bombing out my rooster tails and sting eyes and getting out there some distance to reel back in. And we'll see what we can make happen here. Then we're gonna move on up down in that little creek that cuts away, and we're gonna get in there and see what happens. All right, got our big ultralight back out. Using our sting eye. It's already tied on, so may as well stick with it. Got a couple other people out here fishing, but see what we can make happen without getting too close to them. That guy's got a big old rod out for trout. Maybe he's after something else. Water's nice and slow, clear. I got a bite. I even saw the fish after he bit it because the lure was close enough. Another goat. Wait, it's like a little deep pocket here off to the side. I'm kind of trying to work around there. Maybe something's hanging out in it in the slack water waiting. Didn't get a second bite, which not uncommon. Oh. Alright, got it out. I went over the edge of a branch. I got it. Alright, I think I've given this little spot enough time. It's not producing. I don't particularly care for it. I did get those two little bites. They were okay. But we're gonna mosey our way upriver, up this, it's called Sylamore Creek. We're gonna head up that way. I know there's a couple campgrounds along it, which should be closed down, which means I might be able to get into them and get onto the water. We'll see what happens. Upriver to our next spot. We're at a campground, and the offices are closed, but and the gates in are blocked off. But there are some RVs here, so I mean, someone's got to be letting folks in and out. And I don't really know. I had a number to call, but I'm just gonna ignore it and just walk down here instead of having to drive through the gate. I got everything I need with me, and we're gonna walk around in here. This water is very blue, clear, and pretty, and we're going to throw the little jerk bait we were using last time. I did restring this pole since the last video, and it's definitely a lot better now. I had way too heavy line on there. So we're gonna see what we can do. Take a little look around. I mean, look at this. This is just pristine, pretty water. We can go all the way over there. There's a little bridge, and from there we'll see what happens, but so for the best. I'm gonna try a couple different things that I've got with me and see what kind of different stuff I can catch these trout on. Alright, so our first stop, we're just right under the bridge. They're up above us, and there's that little bit of rapids up there. So there's a pool around it, and I'm just gonna throw around in there, see what happens. Oh, that casts so much better now. And because it's brand new line, it did that. Yeah, that'll happen. Sometimes you just don't string it the proper direction, and everything just tangles into a mess. Great. Well, let me sort this out. Oh, that was fairly easy. Hey, that came out pretty quick. The lure went way downstream, but that's okay because it's coming just fine. Got a little bit of wind picking up, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Missed him. This is fun. I think this guy is starting to get, I mean, it's good when it's way out there, but he does go pretty deep. I just reel him a little slower, he won't do it. Oh, oh, that was a fish. My line went all screwy on me again. Cast it out. Nope, nope, bad idea. When you spool a new line, this is just what you deal with sometimes. Luckily it hasn't been too bad yet. Alright, got it? Let's see if it'll come back in correctly. Alright, we got it. It's kind of spooling a little funky, but it should fix itself if I cast it around a bit. Ooh, little bitty guy's following me around. I'm going to throw it out there. Just let the current run with it a bit. Hey, there's one. I wasn't even reeling it. He grabbed it while it was just floating there. Keep getting these little tiny fish. I'm hoping for bigger ones. Stop. Don't flop. I really don't want this hooking me. It's going to make it worse for both of us. Out of the gill plate. Alright. One more, one more. Fell a little short of the water. There he goes. Yeah, I expected bigger fish to want to eat this thing. Maybe it's just the small ones that are eating right now. I don't know. But he hit it while it was just sinking on its own. Alright, I think this guy just dives too deep. So we're going to change him out for this area. He might be okay over there at the bridge. I know it's a real deep pool there. I'll be casting off of it, but I'm going to swap out. Well, let's try this little square bill I got. I know it won't go near as deep. I think it's about the same weight. We haven't tried one of these yet. So I'm curious to see how it will do. Now these are meant for catching crappie and larger sunfish and stuff. You can catch other stuff on them, and I think it may work all right for trout. Let's get it tied on. This one, there's no special technique to it. You just cast and reel. See what happens. Oh, are you kidding me? Look at this. Calm down, calm down. This is not at all what I was expecting, but it's what we got. This is even better, like new fish for the channel. These hooks are in there. Alright, we got him out. This is a rock bass. They don't get very big, but you can generally tell them they got these dark red eyes that are just really kick ass. And little spots on them and all this. Like, these are a cool little fish. I didn't expect to catch this. This is awesome. Alright, well, these little baits are designed for bass, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, it's swimming better now. Oh, that's a nicer fish. Oh, he let go. That looked like it was a trout. He was long and white. Come on. Oh, that's a largemouth. Interesting. A couple largemouths right here. That's not what I expected to see in here. This is the other little lure I wanted to try. Little lipless crankbait or a rattle trap. Makes a little rattle as it swims, and it should swim just fine without getting all cockeyed and weird and sideways, and I can work it at different depths, make a little noise. I've got a silver one and this white one. It's also a little heavier. So with any luck, I'm going to use the white one because it's pretty overcast right now. I don't think silver is going to be doing a lot of work. There's not a lot of sun to swear to God, if my line is already messed up again after I just retied this. Oh yeah, that's swimming exactly like I want it to. Good. I don't know if trout are going to eat this. I'm curious though, because it's just, you know, a little fish-like bait. But it makes some noise. I don't know if that works for trout or not. But by golly, I'm going to give it a try. Again. A fucking again. I can't believe this shit. There's a little channel right here that I'd like to just kind of work it up along. Hopefully something. That was a bite. That was absolutely a bite. Kind of weird being up this high, but that's what we're doing. There's fish. Ooh. I think that's a smallmouth. See what I can get. That is a smallmouth. Come on in, buddy. Alright. Not too bad. Alright, nice smallmouth. They have smaller eyes than the rock bass, but they can still be that red and orange color. They're generally more of a bronze than a green, and they'll have like this little tiger pattern to them. I guess tiger's what you call it, and it'll extend down to some vertical stripes here as well. But smallmouth bass. Another surprise catch that I didn't really think was going to come out of here. But hey, I'm happy it did. That was another bite. I missed it. But, I mean, I'm using bass lures, so it makes sense that that's what's going to be interested. But I'm trying to use them to catch trout. So I need to catch a trout on this. Well, now I'm over a tree. I'm really in the tree. Great. Oh. It moved a bit. A stretchy line. Didn't want to break. Damn. Alright, well. I think I'm going to switch back to my jerkbait. I haven't given the proper jerkbait a real good chance. I use that diving swim bait. But I want to give this guy another go. Little sunfish was chasing this down. It was sitting right there still. He wanted it, but he wouldn't come grab a hold. That one did. Well, you're lucky, little man. I'd call you bait. But these are one of the prettiest sunfish you will find. It's a shame we don't have a lot of sun with all their little stripes and everything. Pumpkin seed sunfish. And also, those red eyes. Oh, finally. Finally another trout. Once again, little bitty tiny rainbow. Which I think is really all we've caught. And, oh well. Be nice to catch a real fish, not you little babies, but We know that this one works for trout. I've caught several on it, and the other one similar to it works fairly alright for trout as well. Last cast with this one, then I'm switching out to the rooster tail. Alright, let's see if we catch trout on this, using about the same color pattern, you know. It's brown and orange. The other ones were black and orange. At least the jerkbaits were. There's a fish. He's gone. He let go. We can't confirm what that was, but it has treated us like many of the fish today, where we got a bite and we didn't reel it in. There's a fish. That one's got a little tug to him. Is it a trout? It's a bass. A smallmouth. I mean, I'll take it. About the same size as the last one. These guys don't get nearly the size of their largemouth cousins. But they can get pretty decent. So for comparison, the world record largemouth, I think, is 28 pounds. This guy's eyes, not nearly as red, but he's got a light, darker stripe pattern. Yeah, world record largemouth, I believe, is 28 pounds. The world record smallmouth, I think, is 14. I may be very wrong on that. I don't know it off the top of my head. I think I'm close to with both of them, though. There's a snag. May have lost the lure I wanted to use for this whole test. Yep, it's not coming back. You know what? I don't throw white very much. I'll give it a shot. This isn't going to stay nearly as low in the water, though, as that lure did. I just saw a trout come up and try to hit it. Alright. 2 trout attack this thing. They're definitely sitting in this current. The problem is keeping it low enough in the water for them to strike. Maybe get down on my knees here, keep the pole a little lower. There's one. Where's he at? Oh, there he goes. Well, I'm counting that. That was a rainbow. I'm counting it. We got a fish. Don't know what it is. It's a trout. Setting the hooks, getting a little rough with this stupid reel. I gotta junk this reel. Much nicer trout than I caught on all the other larger lures. That's more size I was expecting. Will you stop it and just let me hold you for a second? That's the size I was expecting to catch at the very least. Not those little dinky tiny guys. I don't know what was up with that. Let's come over here. Give him the old shake. Well, he goes just fine. Yeah, when I went to set the hook, this thing kept slipping and going along the bail instead of sitting where it's supposed to be. I'm surprised I even managed to land that fish. He must have hooked himself pretty well. There's one. There's a decent little bit of current there. Another smallmouth? It is a smallmouth. No wonder he felt so much stronger. Chunky little one. Alright, smallmouth, a little bit fatter. About as long as the other ones, but decent little fish. I gotta walk out a little bit to put him back. There he goes. So, we have caught more smallmouth now than the bass lures did. But to be fair, we didn't fish through here with them because it was too shallow to really work through. I'm not gonna hold that against them yet. Another trout. Also, bigger than all the ones I caught on the other lure. Look, he fell off. Come here, buddy. Look at that. He's a fat little bugger. That's 4. There we go. Another rainbow. Still bigger than the other baits I've gotten. There we go. Oh, that guy's a jumper. Oh, he let go. Apparently his jumping was worthwhile. He had a plan, and it worked. All right. Nope. Definitely got this one in. Alright. Calm down, calm down, calm down. This one, I am positive, 100%, is a brown trout. Now, to figure out how to... Alright, got that one out easy enough. Alright. Brown trout. You can tell, because he's brown. Good, good. we caught multiple types of trout as well on the rooster tail. Brown trout, pretty sure. What is that? 6? 5? I don't know, I quit counting. We're definitely beating the other lures. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize he was on there. Look at how tiny this guy is. Oh, it's another brown, I'm pretty sure. Alright, we're wrapping it up. We've made it all the way down as far as we can go. It's private property, past that. So, I think, you know, I wanted to try out these little crappie lures, you know, miniature bass lures is kind of what they're meant for crappie, but bigger ones are for bass. And I wanted to see if I could catch trout with them. And I learned that, can you do it? Yes. Can I do it? Not really. Like, I hooked into a couple that got off. I managed, every one of them that I caught was teeny tiny. I will say the little square bill that I couldn't get to swim correctly did get a big trout following it. Like, I watched it come up to the shore, and he did hook into a sizable one as well. So that little square bill may be worthwhile if I could get it to swim correctly in this current. The little jerk baits, those seem to do the best. I got the best results with those overall. And, you know, I also caught a variety of other fish on it. I got some sunfish on the little square bill. I caught the rock bass. And with the rattle trap, I think I got a couple bites on that, but the only fish I managed to bring in was the smallmouth, which honestly, that was nice. But as far as trout fishing goes specifically, I got way more trout and way more trout activity on just my typical little rooster tails that I generally throw. And I also caught 2 smallmouth as well with that, and maybe a sunfish? I don't know, I got bit by some, I don't remember if I pulled one in. So, if you're trout fishing, sure, you can throw those tiny little crappie lures, but apparently nothing beats a good rooster tail, and everything loves them. Again, like, caught 5 different species of fish on this one rooster tail. No, not just this one. Well, yeah, because I only caught a smallmouth on the other one, and then I lost it, and I caught a smallmouth on this one. So I'd say trout fishing, stick to the rooster tails. If all you got are those little crappie lures, have at it. It can work. So, till next time, see ya.